Hi, how are you today? I wanted to share with you a practice called mindful breathing. The reason I want to share it with you is because it's relatively simple and it's yet very powerful in its ability to bring, I guess I would say, bring you into an optimal state of being in the now. Mindfulness is being in touch with who you are in the present moment. And this practice will be really helpful to encourage that being in touch with who you are in the now. So breathe in and breathe out. Just following the inhale and the exhale. Noticing how that feels. Breathing in and breathing out. The interesting thing is that as soon as you start noticing your breath, you begin to slow down. You begin to quiet. You notice that your mind um, is not quite as busy because it's focused on the breath. Another thing about the breath to notice is that there's a transition point. So as you breathe in, right there's a transition point before you exhale as you breathe out. And then there's a transition point between the exhale and the inhale. The reason you want to notice that transition point is because it really shows the full cycle of the breath. The inhale, and then the transition point, and then the exhale, and then the transition point. In that transition point, you're just present to that moment. Another thing that I wanted to share with you about this practice that I think is really helpful is that as you get good at just noticing the breath and slowing yourself down, you can also become aware of what's going on in your thoughts. You can be aware of what's going on in your heart, in your emotions. You can be aware of what's going on in your body. So you may notice that your thoughts have been busy, and as soon as you start doing this breath, they begin to slow down a little bit. That would be really helpful because the mind can be like a parade, just going on and on and on. And you can be noticing of your feelings. Feelings are, you could think of them as energy in motion, emotions. Feelings are always created by our thoughts. So when we have a stream of emotions flowing through us, we've all felt the charge of that. It can be very powerful. If you breathe into a powerful charge of emotion, you become aware of it, and it takes the charge away. It relaxes it, it releases it. You can be aware of your body, where you're carrying tension in your shoulders or your jaw or your stomach or your back or you're hunched over, whatever it might be. Just become more aware of your body. And that's all called being mindful. You can also take this practice, and as you tune in further, you can also notice maybe something about you that you don't usually catch, which is that you have a depth. Some people might call it spirit, some people might call it your soul, some people might call it your higher nature. As you tune into that and are aware of it, that also expands your sense of self. I hope you found this practice helpful. If you have any questions, there'll be some information about how to get a hold of me to ask questions on the information below. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a beautiful day.